Let me tell you, if Fute managed to defeat Olsen, I will be a fan of his for the rest of my life. Mark my words. Please, Hara, don't do that. You either join the opposing army to live, or stay long enough to see your demise. That line was circling around my thoughts on whether Riboku should join or not. Granted, I didn't believe he would ever betray his loyalty for Zhao. Even if he despised the king, he is their last hope. And so, it's no surprise that he will turn it down. Will it be his greatest mistake? Only time will tell. So good to be back on the hype train, and man, this chapter really presented well here. The scale of the simple request from Olsen is so overwhelming that the scene has to repeat itself twice. But seriously, I'm still dumbfounded that he has the Kintama to approach to Riboku in the middle of the field, let alone in the ongoing battle. The man has no damn to give about his surroundings. One thing I failed to mention from the last review is that Olsen insinuated that he's creating a new kingdom. I don't know much of history, but if it did happen, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So the question that was left unanswered is whether Riboku will actually accept the invitation. The answer is pretty much given from his character standpoint, but it doesn't take away the premise of this confrontation. Since the last chapter, these two showed the sheer confidence on their stance as well as provoking and imitating their foe. Olsen easily has the upper hand with his bone-chilling words about Zhao's inevitable demise, and more importantly, the end of Riboku. If Riboku took the offering or back away in fear, it would damage his credibility, let alone character. Fortunately, Hara carefully wrote him as a man who knows perfectly well on the stakes and replies with the untamed spirit that will devour anyone who stand in his way. As much as I enjoy Olsen and his fearsome aura, it's great that Riboku remains strong spiritually, respond with an insult. While it was obvious that he would decline, it doesn't take away the showmanship. The fact he actually called Olsen a damn fool takes a massive Kintama. Surprised his head remained intact. But seriously, this is Riboku's final chance to escape death if Zhao were to fall. Perhaps the narrative will present him as a fallen man with great regrets. Or perhaps it will be a man who is willing to sink with the ship. He has the spirit that reads, "I know I am making this bed, and I will lay on it." In other words, if he loses, so be it. But he will not let it happen. I have great respect for him to owe up everyone in his state. Is it death flag raising? Definitely. Only he can lower it. I got goosebumps when Olsen raises his arm, ready to clash. Once again, he gave him a chance of a lifetime, but no more. Riboku may know what he's in for, but I hope he's fully committed to it. I don't know why, but I had the Lion King nostalgia moment when Olsen says, "Kill him." Maybe it's how he said it that got me feeling chills with the sinister vibe. He didn't roar or yell it, he simply says it. I can't imagine the scene being purely quiet, and the sensation breaks out after he says those two words. It's mesmerizing. The two sides clash like X-Men cartoon intro. That or Avengers Endgame iconic scene. All it was missing was Silhouette song from Naruto. That's a lot of references. Aside from those, it's monumental. Now that we have the two Supreme Commanders' armies battling for supremacy, it may be for a while until we see those two clashing one-on-one, but the hype is only getting started. Those two have unbreakable confidence that their enemy will fall. Only one will become true. Although Olsen talks big as always, same cannot be said for Shin in his current status. I don't know if he's trying to sound tough, but according to him, his injuries aren't the fault. It's his battle against Chogayu that took the wind out of him. It's like his stamina went from 10 to -10, barely catching up to 0. If that wasn't bad enough, Hara continued to toy with my emotion with Garo nearly getting killed by one of the 10 spears. Luckily, an arrow slows the enemy down, which then proceeds for Garo to kill him. When I saw that arrow, the very first thing that came to my mind was, hell, it's about time. It feels like forever since we last seen them. But the Archer brothers are back. Now, one would think if Jin was nerfed or downgraded for not aiming for the head, that would have been odd. But the reason is logical and concerning. He was going for the headshot like a pro, but he is wearing out, just like Shin. Even though we don't see them on panel, it's obvious that they are active as usual. I mean, the cast is vast. Can't go every single one of them all the time. The sad part is, his brother Tan still can't shoot to kill. Poor innocent heart of his. But unfortunately, this is not the good time to think that way. Thankfully, Jin is a gentle brother you can ask for in the battlefield. Although it sounds like a heavy pressure to tell him to get ready to take over once he's done. He said it in a way that comforts a troubling lad. He eased him with kind words, reminding him that both brothers are equally important. I don't want to think it's a death flag for Jin, but it can be if Tan isn't ready for the inevitable. Hopefully he is ready, so we can have a badass bro team. Just before the chapter ends, we just have to have a major hype boost. My god, the amount of chills I have when I saw Gyo-on confronting Ohan is countless. It is so hype. Even the editor wrote, "The fated rematch!" Thank God for no break, though a holiday break is inbound. Still, the hype is real. Overall, this was a really good hype chapter. Although it was predictable for Riboku to decline, the payoff was solid. Riboku remained strong, so the battle of two titans remained credible. It's great to see the Archer brothers again, and hopefully, Tan will become a badass like Jin when the time comes. The artwork is clean and the hype is strong. The cliffhanger got me goosebumps. Round 2 is hype, and it is coming next. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. I can't wait for round 2. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Ohan is going to win single-handedly? Will Shin arrive and help him out? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.